What's up again? Now, before I get started, I just need to get into some shit that, as a resident of California, I get to enjoy. So, if you guys will just give me a sec. Oh, fuck. Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Or at least it will be by the time you hear this. Or see this, hopefully. I made myself a little michelada to get myself started off. I almost said Feliz Año Nuevo, which wouldn't be appropriate, but then again, technically I've never wished you guys a Feliz Año Nuevo, so there you go. That's out of the way. Also, happy birthday. Or whatever. What is up with birds shitting on black cars? I took my car to the wash yesterday. Actually, technically it'll be 2 days ago by now because I do this in the middle of the night. And I get up this morning actually not this morning, it was more like this afternoon because, why wake up mornings don't exist anymore, alright? Lunch is my morning. Ooh. Some good beer. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, but I get up to go do the Postmates thing and covered in shit. I literally have two big old bird shits like right where my eyes are on the windshield. It's, I don't know, always happens. And well, part of it's because I don't have I park on the street where I live, but even then, because at one of my old jobs, I used to park at like in a parking garage where it was open along the sides, and there were whatchamacallit, like sprinkler pipes and all that. I gotta learn to use this hand to gesticulate and stuff because you can't see this hand since it's over here. But yeah, in this garage there were the sprinkler pipes, in case something catches on fire, and the birds would sit up there, and then they would still shit on my car anyway. So, whatever, nothing's changed. Anyways, this is the number 6 episode of the Jankity Ass Podcast, and the second one to fall on a holiday, which I didn't plan. That's just fortune smiling on me and all of you, I would say. So anyways, as you heard from the little introduction already, I decided it would be a good episode to introduce, trying out clips with a blunt. Part of the reason being is I got this old retro style ashtray with like the spinning thing going on in there. And actually, it's nub's still in there. And I even knew the whole paper towel holder trick, just so it doesn't stink as bad in here. But it still gets pretty smoky in it. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing somewhere that there was a company that actually makes like an official diffuser, but I don't even know what it's called. And also, unfortunately, I don't have enough room to put in like an air cleaner in here. But I mean, if I only smoke like every once in a while, it's fine. it dissipates after a while. I'm not a daily guy, at least not yet. Maybe when I get rich and famous and have my own place in the hills, I'll do whatever I want. But in the meantime, it's just me and y'all in my closet, which is fine. Let's see. Talked about, oh yeah, got myself a nice new phone, which I had to for several reasons, which I'll talk about in a little bit. You'll hear. I don't need to repeat myself. Let's see what else. Well, we're still doing the whole quarantine thing, which sounds like, I already talked about this too, but we're gonna be some stuff is gonna be open on the 15th of this month, which will be nice. And when I mean open, that's like essential businesses, but which technically are already open, but they will be there won't be any restriction on how they operate. From the government, at least. It would be nice to go out to the bar again for a little bit, but it'll also be interesting to see, how they handle their patrons and how many patrons can come in. It'll especially be interesting if like even just the local bar turns into like a one in, one out type of club. Which would kind of suck for me because it's one of the places that I had started doing open mics at. Which another way I've been spending my time is, since I got my new phone, all the bits that I had written out were on my old phone, so I've been slowly transferring them over and, rewriting some stuff with some new ideas. And, we'll see how it goes eventually. Also, like I've said before, I've been trying to stay fit in quarantine like most people have. Which resulted in me getting a lot of, well, not a lot, but just like a few home exercise equipment things, off of Amazon and all that stuff. But of course, fun thing about that is that not being essential equipment, there's a lot of shipping delays, which means I won't get this shit until everything's open again. But I am happy. The 40 pounds of sand that I ordered from Amazon finally came in, which sounds stupid, and it kind of is, but now you guys will probably remember that I talked about I got that wearable sandbag thing from Meister, which comes with sand-filled kettlebells, which, instead of being like the hard metal, and I already talked about this too, but of course it didn't come with any fucking sand, so I had to order that, and that took a while, but I finally got it. I tried it out a little bit, and that shit is heavy. And moreover, I look like this thing looks like one of those backpack vacuum cleaners. So I'm gonna be running around the street looking like a Ghostbuster or something like that. Won't be crossing no streams though. I don't pull my dick out in public. Which I don't know if I told you guys a while back, but I think I did. But this December, or this past Christmas, I went to New York City for the first time. My mom and I stayed in Manhattan, along with a couple of my aunts, and, well, my uncle lives there. And one of the interesting things that I noticed about the city is it's so, all the buildings and stuff are like so tightly packed, and there a lot of things are more closed off and access restricted. So like loading alleys and stuff like that. I noticed it was interesting. One of the big things about the city that was different from like anywhere else I've lived in or grown up is there's nowhere to like go pee. You know what I mean? Like, if in a lot of places, you know, you go out for a night on the town and you're walking home drunk or whatever, there's always, you know, some gas station or other business that you can go behind and, you know, piss on the wall. But in New York, you really can't do that. At least not on the island, anyway. Manhattan Island, not Long Island. I wouldn't really know there. But I don't know. That's just my little observation. That was a problem that I actually ran into, but I was able to figure it out, fortunately. What else did I want to bring up? Oh yeah, I was I talked about Mortal Kombat in a previous episode. I finally, while I was working out, watched the original movie, which I realized today I'd never really seen from, you know, start to finish. It is so horrible. It's I mean, granted, this is back whenever, like, when computer graphics literally weren't even, you know, a real thing yet. Like, it wasn't even taught in schools. But it's, yeah. It's a shitty CG, shitty wardrobe. I didn't realize, like, how bad they made the characters. Like, fucking Kung Lao wasn't in it. Instead, they just said that Liu Kang was, like, the great descendant of the original Kung Lao, which isn't the case. It just means that they didn't want to cast another guy. Or maybe they didn't have enough Asians. That could be it. And of course, Raiden wasn't even played by an Asian. He was literally just some white guy. And he talked like a creep. Kind of looked like if Shredder was a human. And he didn't even do any fighting. But I know in the second movie, there's a lot more action. Which I gotta see if that's on Netflix too. But ooh, burping up like a baby. I do remember in the second movie their Shao Kahn is he kind of sucks too. Like they literally found a tough, like, just a standard tough guy. Like, they probably just pulled him out of the gym. This guy has a face that looked like it's already been just, you know, punched in. And well, if you guys already know, you already know. I'm not going to try and make voices and stuff like that here. Oh, and also, one of the things I noticed when I was watching this movie is whenever they had the, you know, like the fight scenes, or the tournament fight scenes, dude, half of the people were literally just like, they went out onto the street, grabbed some random dude and be like, hey, you want to be in a movie? Come on. Here's $100. Like, towards one of the first fight scenes between fuck, I don't even remember who it was. Oh yeah, and they killed Kano like right away too. That was kind of bullshit, but yeah, one of the first fight scenes, like, there's like five guys in the crowd who are literally just, you know, shirtless buff dudes wearing blue jeans. And they're supposed to be like on an island that's devoted to, you know, kind of monkish whatever, and fighting. You know, wear fucking jeans. And then later on in that fight, whenever they had Sonya fighting Kano, there was literally there's literally a guy in the back just wearing like a plaid shirt and blue jeans. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Ran out of wardrobe for the guy, or yeah, just like, oh, just get out there. You'll do fine. Nobody cares. And really, nobody didn't. Nobody did, I should say. I don't know. My only real question is, I kind of wonder, you know, how many pounds of cocaine do they go through making that movie? I would be willing to bet a lot. Or, I I don't know. Who knows? Well, anyway, once again, if you're already listening, thanks for listening. If you're watching, thanks for watching. So, go ahead and, like, rate, follow, subscribe. Jankity Ass Podcast on YouTube, on iTunes. Follow my page on Instagram of the same name. Leave me a DM, leave me a comment, write a review, give me some stars, give me some likes. I already said likes, but who cares? And, once again, once I start getting some DMs on Instagram, I'll read them out, even if they're just complete shit. So, go ahead and DM me, because we need more content. Everybody likes content. It's kind of it's the new gold of the new century, or millennium even. Comments and data. Anyways, enjoy the rest of it. Alright. Someone's still a rookie. Just experienced some biological difficulties. For a better show, And for those of you watching, wondering why I'm doing the old TP tube dryer sheet trick, I just don't want the smell on my clothes. That's all it is. Alright. Oh, fuck. Now, where was I? So, well, actually, the first thing I wanted to talk about, the reason I decided to go ahead and fire up the mic today is because, for those of you, now, one thing that I haven't really seen that much in the news that I don't watch, so, with, if you're, something you should look out for, if you belong to Verizon as your phone service provider, now, well, you guys all know about the whole 5G upgrade for phone data. What they don't really tell you is that a lot of older phones are going to be not serviced anymore. So, and I found out about all this because I had to go through their customer service a while back because I was having some problems with my own phone and data plan. But now, to put it into perspective, and I got a new phone, by the way. I finally got the 11, joined the present. But before, I had an iPhone 6, and they told me as far as the service line, I'm basically like at the cutoff, or right after the cutoff, I should say. Actually, technically, they didn't even really know. It was like 50-50. But on the other hand, my mom, who has an old flip phone from like 2006 or 7, they said hers is definitely going to be out of service. But it's fine though, because people still make flip phones because people still sell drugs. No, I'm kidding. But my mom wants a smaller phone because she's got, I think, arthritis in her hands, and it's just easier for her to use. And of course, with the monthly plan, all that shit's cheap. Oh yeah, that one went down a little bit better. But obviously that was a pretty short conversation just now. So I figured we might as well get into another round of Facebook articles. I pulled up some. First one, actually, I wanted to call this little segment that I'm doing right now headlines, but that's already, a thing on the old Jay Leno show, so I'm not really sure what I could call it. Maybe like Facebook headlines, but that's stupid. And I can't just call it Facebook because I'm sure that's some sort of a copyright infringement, especially in the event that we finally get we, as in me, finally get a good chunk of followers. But anyway, your first article reads, Joel Osteen tests negative for Christianity. No, obviously a pun. And, well, my only real note is, no shit, Sherlock. I'm sure everybody's familiar with Joel Osteen now. He's a one of the quote-unquote megachurch pastors, which, now, personally, I'm an atheist, but I was lucky enough to actually have a little bit of formal education into different forms of religion. And for those of you who don't really understand what a megachurch is, that comes from a sect of Christianity that believes that what does it believe? Something stupid. I'm trying to remember how to put it into words. I know what I want to say, but I think I'm also missing part of it. But yeah, so they live off of the prosperity sect of Christianity, where for whatever reason they believe that if you give a lot of what you have to a leader, I'm butchering this completely, and I'm probably getting it wrong, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But like, they preach that the best way to like get into heaven and make yourself better in the eyes of God and all that is to give financially to a, I'm not sure if it's like general to a worthy cause or to like your preacher or whatever, but that's what ends up happening. It just goes to the preacher because to them that's a worthy cause, and that's why you see stories about these mega preachers buying, well, first of all, the churches are massive, like football stadium. I said mega preachers too, that was off. But yeah, and these preachers who, now with Christianity, I don't know what I was gonna say actually, but yeah, well, they're not supposed to like profit from like donations from their congregation, but for whatever reason, the idea of prosperity Christianity is that that it's a good thing for whatever reason. And anyways, so yeah, the point is you got these preachers who don't pay taxes and don't really do anything except be a preacher, and they're getting enough to buy mansions and jets, even on some occasions. I'm sure shit. I'll skip over. Okay, I remember. I'm sure you guys have seen some news about Kenneth Copeland, who's another mega church pastor, and he was the one that's had those videos going and be like, "I cast you out, coronavirus." Anyways, he had actually got in trouble about a year ago for buying a several $1,000,000 jet. It was like a G7 or something like that. And there's an interview out there too, but I don't. He's pretty creepy. That's what I'm trying to say. But other comedians have, and when I say comedian, other comedians, I don't mean like, lowly done an open mic like 4 times like myself. I mean like actual comedians. But other comedians have also talked about the whole Kenneth Copeland thing. So, and I really hope that's his name too, because this shit's already starting to kick in, which was the idea. But let's see what else we got here. Here we go. So this is just a more of a fun and reminiscent of home article for me. This is a now I come from a smaller town in South Dakota, and there's really only like 2 major bars. There's the one that's like the college party bar, which I can't deal with that anymore. I'm too old for that. But then there's the other one bar called Loggers Inn in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Shout out. But so while being in quarantine, obviously they can't open. And so what have they been doing all this time? Well, they are one of the rare bars that's still around that they do the whole thing where their bar snack is peanuts. And so they have just these gigantic barrels of peanuts all around the bar for people to eat. And the idea is that whenever you eat the peanuts and then you just drop the shells on the floor, and as they sit there and get like stepped on and crushed and moved around, the peanut oil will filter out onto the floor and make it more, finished and resilient. But I don't know, that doesn't ever. I don't really know the science behind all that. I mean, I'm sure it's accurate, but all I know is every time I went into that bar, it's just some dirty ass floors. But point I was trying to make is that while they've been in quarantine, they completely redid the floors, and there's a nice picture, and you can actually see the lights from the ceiling coming down or reflected. I fucked that up. But anywho, what was it? Just a couple articles for today. Just wanted to, fire off a little bit something for y'all. And shit, what's wrong with my phone? Just test out some more of my little my little podcasting closet, my podcast space, which is, well, I mean, I guess it's not just for me either, it's for all y'all as well, all 10 of you, or whatever I have right now. But also, I guess I might as well share this. In California, there hasn't been any official order for any sort of extension, so we are set to do a staggered unquarantining that will, starting in May 15th, any really there goes my voice again, still a child. Any essential businesses will, be able to open as normal if they so choose, and then I think by the beginning of June, we'll get everything back, including gyms and such like that, which is what I can't wait for. Because I mean, what sucks is I was on track to, I was losing weight again back at the beginning of the year, and yeah, I got to start from scratch now. So I looked in the mirror, and it's like, oh, I'm wearing the backpack on the front again, but not in a good way. I can't take the damn thing off, and it's just fat. So, thanks for tuning in. I will definitely be a little herbed up more often for some of these clips, because it's, who knows what you get. I'm already a different person, and I haven't even gone through half a blunt. So, whatever. Stay safe, and I will see you guys again soon.